You are now tuned in to Eclectic AI Weekly with your hosts Heath Nielsen and Zach Spencer. Brought to you by
Eclectic Gentlemen.
It's Eclectic AI Weekly. It's the show powered by caffeine, curiosity, and the occasional cold plunge. Welcome to episode number 11. My name's Zach, and sitting right here with me
is Heath,
my good friend and co-captain of this Eclectic AI Weekly voyage. Before we dive into today's show, we gotta let everybody know where to find all of our stuff, right? YouTube, X, Instagram, anywhere podcasts are hosted. I listen on Spotify. Heath listens on Overcast, Apple Podcast. You can like, subscribe, interact, send us a message. We'd love to hear from you, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so for today's topic at hand, I got a question for you, Heath. Imagine a chatbot on your phone using Mobile Clip 2 to instantly describe a concert pick or help you find the best taco joint in town. Would you be all over that? Or would it be a little too much, like your phone's trying to be your new BFF?
No, I'm all over that.
Yeah, good. Because today we're unpacking Apple's Fast VLM and Mobile Clip 2. These are AI models that let your phone see, describe, and think, all without the use of the cloud. It can caption your videos, it can power your augmented reality. We'll explore what they are, why they matter, how you can use them, and what's next for your iPhone. So stick around, see how AI is changing the game, and this could be the thing that saves Apple in the world of AI.
Yeah, I hope they realize the whole privacy thing is the leverage that they have, because they're way behind on AI.
Way behind.
But nobody is worried about privacy for AI. So I'm hoping for them.
Yeah, hope they succeed.
Yeah.
So just a reminder, before we jump in, we got the Eclectic AI Weekly poll upcoming, where you get the chance to connect with us and make your voice heard. But first, we kick things off always around here with a quick discussion about what's happening in our own personal AI worlds. It's our AI Wins of the Week.
AI Wins of the Week. Let's hear from Zac and Heath of the week. AI Wins of the week. AI Wins of the week. Let's hear from Zac and Heath.
All right, so Heath, talk to me, man. What's been going on with you this week? What have you been diving into in the world of AI?
Well, let's see. I increasingly use it more and more for shopping.
Okay.
You know, it gets out there. It looks at Reddit. It looks at Amazon. It looks at YouTube. You hear a rumor about something, you can just put it in a prompt and go, is there any foundation behind this rumor?
Nice.
You don't have to spend, distracting 20 hours pulling up random. You don't have to find a negative podcaster or a YouTuber, the only one crying about the negatives. You can just skip right to it and it isn't that big of a deal, and it helps you find deals too.
I mean, apparently, very soon from now, you're going to be able to just buy these products directly from the chat that you're having, and just you're not even going to have to go to a website and buy it. It's just, if you give it your information, it'll just go in and buy it for you.
What do they call that? You got links to the product directly in there, and then you get a piece of it when you go and shop on like Amazon.
Yep. I don't know what the name is for that. Affiliate links. Affiliate links, yeah.
So you think affiliate links will replace clicks?
Potentially could. Something I worked on this week is I tried to make one giant JSON prompt, because a couple of weeks ago I started learning about JSON prompting, which is a very structured, layered prompt. So I made one giant ass JSON prompt for our episode outlines.
How's that going?
Well, it's going all right. It's like it spits it out like 50% to where I want it to be, but I'm working on it. I'm going to get there. So I can get to the point where any topic, just slap it in there and it just spits out our entire
What's it do for you? Like
outline.
formatting or?
Formats, the way we format our episodes with the specific segments.
Okay. In the same order every time?
Yep. And then so I'm trying to create like boxes where I put in the info that's different about that episode, but then it drops it into the same format for
Is
each
it
one.
specific to the tool you're using? Like if you were using Word or WordPerfect or, it uses that formatting?
Yeah, you can put it into that format or you can put it into Markdown. Most of the times I see JSON prompting. It's in
Markdown's
Markdown.
Becoming bigger and bigger, isn't it?
Yep, and a lot of times when you're in Grok and you create the file on the side, it'll do that in Markdown format for you.
Yeah, I'm seeing Markdown in SharePoint pages at work too.
And I just think that's mainly because it's a kind of a language and a format that
It's a text only. It doesn't rely on a certain version of some text editor.
yeah.
It doesn't degrade over time. It's based on where you put the backslash, where you put the /.
Yeah. And
It-
everything can understand it.
Right. It's not, the tools used to create it are not going to change over the next 100 years.
They're not.
So it's not like writing something in WordPerfect. What's that? Most people would say. It used to be the predecessor before Word destroyed WordPerfect.
Word freaking perfect.
In fact, I had a conversation with my brother-in-law a while back, like, oh, your company, he was working for a legal firm, one of the biggest in the world, and they were all WordPerfect, and I'm like, that's going to go away. I was being a little bit arrogant at the time, but it turned out I was actually right. I just wish I could have somehow bet on it, because that was a big deal.
Man, we need to get you a good Word Perfect T-shirt. I could see you rolling around in that. That would look good on you.
That'd be a good meme.
That would be a good meme.
Yeah.
That would be a good meme. And you could...
So what do you use? WordPerfect?
Word Perfect. So you could create that meme on your new phone with one of these VLM models from Apple. So imagine your phone seeing the world exactly as you do. It can spot objects. It can caption videos, all without ever touching the cloud. That's the latest AI magic from Apple, and apparently this is going to be a game changer. So 2 models, you and I talked about it. We saw this story and we were like, what the hell does that mean? And neither of us knew. So
I mean, just the way it was presented looks really interesting.
yeah.
But the only thing I can imagine from it is that it lends itself to better privacy for people. Because right now, everything you put into a tool like OpenAI, they're collecting. You're the reason it's free, or has a free version of it, is so that it can glean all the data at once and doesn't have to have your permission to repackage it and give it away.
Not at all. So these are called, like I said, VLM models. So vision language models. There's 2 of them. There's fast VLM and there's mobile clip 2. They run right on your device. So think of them running right off of your phone. It's making the AI that you have faster, private, and more mobile ready. So let's break them down. I tried to grasp what they are. I feel like I got a pretty good understanding. It's all about dealing with images, videos, and text. Fast VLM is a high-speed virtual language model optimized for Apple Silicon. It handles high-res images and videos. It identifies objects. It generates captions in real time. It's lightweight enough to run in a browser on your phone. And then there's Mobile Clip 2, and that's another compact model. It's 85 times faster than the previous model, and it blends vision and language for tasks like describing scenes or analyzing photos. So these things use a hybrid vision encoder to process visuals, and they work super fast. So these things are supposed to be super efficient. It's like having a super smart camera brain in your pocket. And I guess they're coming soon.
My question is, will it be able to translate what you said so Siri can actually do what you ask?
That's the big question.
Because Siri is such garbage.
Well, we're recording this at the time. We're a few days away from the announcement of the iPhone 17, right?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if these things are going to be integrated into that.
I hope so, because the only reason I have to buy the 17 right now is because it has a USB-C port.
Yeah. So imagine if you could take a picture of a street on the iPhone 17, and it's automatically going to be able to caption it saying, this is a busy urban scene with cars and a cafe. It can do live video analysis. One example was you could go on a hike, and the tool, you could narrate the hike with an AI narrator on your phone. It could be talking to you as you're walking along, looking at stuff like different trees. The Mobile Clip 2 one.
Telling you what things are. Hey, go over there. That might be a dinosaur bone.
Yep.
Cool.
So the Mobile Clip 2 thing is like a multitasking wizard that takes a look at a photo, can read text, and answer questions about it. Like imagine if you were shopping in Home Depot and you put your phone and looked at something. It could identify the brand. It could tell you maybe where you could get it cheaper. Super small, but super powerful. The key thing that everybody seems to be excited about on these is that they both work on your device. So your data stays private. It's not like a cloud-based tool like ChatGPT where everything that you're chatting to it is going out there in the cloud somewhere.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's why I'm excited about it. And also, Apple has control over their chip,
Yeah.
their silicon.
Yeah.
So they can customize it. And they build a lot of chips.
A lot of chips.
So hopefully that will be part of the whole. It'll be optimized for that.
I mean, imagine being in Japan and pointing your phone at a menu in a sushi restaurant. It would instantly translate that for you and tell you exactly what you're looking at.
And if you have a shellfish allergy, it tells you, hey, it just puts red over the things you can't eat.
Yeah.
Because it knows you well enough without sharing that with the entire world.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be nice.
That would be nice. So yeah, the on-device processing means that no data ever even leaves your phone. 60% of AI users worry about privacy.
Don't you think it's much higher than that? I mean, I know you're always saying you don't care, but you worry about it to some degree, right?
To some degree, but I think people
Like
have
I worry about it, but I use the hell out of it anyway because I don't. It's important to know about.
Yeah.
It's more important to know about than to worry about.
I mean, I think there's certain conversations that I would not have with a cloud-based large language model. Yes. There's probably more than a couple conversations that I would go, do I really want to
Put that out there?
have a record of this?
Yeah.
That could be pulled out at some point. Not that I'm doing anything crazy.
I mean, when you go back to movies like Seven, where they were literally tracking people and what they took out of the library to figure out who was dangerous. This is not a new thing
No.
where they're tracking people. This is a very, very old thing. And with this amount of data that they can collect and scrub through and the speeds that they can scrub through it, I think if it's only 60%, it should be much higher. It should be more like 98% of people should be.
I think there's a lot of really careless people out there, though, that are.
Oh yeah, I have no
just
doubt that
don't even.
I actually think 60% is pretty high, considering the number of people I talk to that still only use one password for everything.
Oh yeah.
It's just, are you kidding me? 2FA, what's that?
What is that? So yeah, speed and efficiency, accessibility. This is going to power tools like screen readers, helping visually impaired users. It can describe images in real time for people like that. I mean, 2.2 billion people globally in the world have some type of impaired vision. So if this could help them out. Hugging Face. Do you know what Hugging Face is? That's like this.
I've heard the term.
Yep.
But I'm interested to hear what it is.
You can jump on the Hugging Face. It's a website, and you can go download. It's where all the developers get all the good stuff. So you can download these models currently.
So it's like GitHub for AI?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Not that I know that much about GitHub, but I know that a lot of programmers use it.
Yeah, you can right now run it in your browser via Hugging Face. You can point your webcam at a scene and generate captions, and it'll tell you, "Oh, you're sitting at your desk," and this is where the cool people come in. The developers come in, and they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff with it. I did put a note in here that this would enable me to send Stevie Wonder a picture of my cat, and he could look through my photos, because Stevie Wonder's looking through the phone. It'll tell him what's on the screen at all moments.
So this would be like a AI-generated version of telling people where that flag is in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
On the planet without people needing to be involved, which they did.
Right.
They just figured out, they had a webcam on it, I think, and they could figure out where it was based on the changing perspective of the sun.
Yeah.
Which is really cool and concerning.
Cool and concerning. And I don't know. I'm thinking the iPhone 17. I mean, they gotta.
Are you gonna get one?
I don't know. I'm waiting for
I'm gonna get
the
one.
announcement. I know I'm gonna get the Max this time, but.
So you are gonna get one. You need the cameras.
Yeah, I'm using the 14 Pro now.
And you need probably more space on it.
Space isn't as much of an issue. It's just I'm
in more than you have.
Cameras and the bigger screen.
Yeah. You think they'll have an optical zoom finally?
I think there's potential for it.
I wonder how they're going to do that.
What I'm really hoping they do is improve the Photos app and using these tools.
Well, they can't screw it up. Well, I shouldn't say such things.
And then there's Siri.
Because they keep screwing with the interface for no particular reason.
They do.
Let's just change it all.
I watched a YouTube video on how to
change it back,
adjust and change it back. It was one of my top YouTube videos of the year.
See, that's the thing, right? Is Apple always wants to believe, it's just intuitive. And what they don't realize is that even power users have to go out and find a video where somebody has already figured it out so that they can figure it out. Nobody wants to spend their life refiguring out their interface just because they changed phones.
Yep. And I feel like that's what we constantly do.
That's why the iPhone won in the first place, right? Because before the iPhone, every time you changed your cell phone, you had to port all your contacts to the new phone, and most people didn't even bother. They're just like, I upgraded my phone, so you're not in my new contacts.
Yeah.
Which, I guess that's a forced cleaning.
I feel like I've done that like 2 or 3 times in my life.
Yeah.
And
probably more than that.
Probably.
Because you're old enough.
Yeah. All of this stuff. What does it mean for the future? Fast VLM, Mobile Clip 2, they could be setting the stage for a smarter, more autonomous mobile future. By 2028, maybe even sooner, expect the iPhone to handle complex tasks like real-time video editing or AR guided repairs. So imagine fixing your bike with a step-by-step visual just by pointing your phone at it. That's what these models would power. These models could drive robotics. They're going to have a huge impact on gaming. People that do a lot of mobile gaming on their phones.
How?
You're going to be able to play your regular games are going to run better on there, but any games that use augmented reality, I mean, think like Pokemon Go.
They'll just process things faster.
Process things way faster. I mean, there's a mention in here of going to the grocery store aisle, and you know how you point at one product right now and it tells you all about that product?
So you just be able to do it to the whole row.
Just point it to the whole row, and it's going to automatically compare and
the keto-friendly items are this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Give you exactly what you're looking for.
You think they'll be able to use that iPhone information with other tools like glasses? You think they'll be coming out with glasses in this announcement?
That would be cool.
Or at least the Vision Pro 2?
I mean, these things are these VLMs are primed for going in a pair of glasses.
So you think that chip that they're going to bind this to will be in the Vision Pro 2s when they release it?
I don't see why it wouldn't. It feels like they almost would have to.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine going to the Smithsonian with your smart glasses on and being able to see interactive displays.
Not just from the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
From a larger... And it's funny, I have a lead into that one. So I was just listening to Lex Friedman's last podcast where he's interviewing Dave Hone, and they're talking about T-Rex dinosaurs, extinction, evolution, and Jurassic Park, the movie, and how there's a lot of bullshit in the old Jurassic movies. Like the velociraptors in the movie are like 2 to 4 times the size of what velociraptors really were.
Really?
Yeah, and there's no evidence to show that they actually hunted in packs or that they were all that smart. One thing that was really cool is that there are old T-Rexes. Some of the oldest ones actually did have feathers on them. They know that for sure now.
Really?
But the point that I'm leading into is that you're talking about glasses, and a lot of the times they find this little tiny bone or claw sticking up out of the ground, and that's how they find a lot of the finds that they get for finding full skeletons. Well, you can imagine most people don't have a trained eye for that, or even with trained eyes, you might miss that.
Yeah.
So having something like this where you're quickly walking over a field where there's known to be other skeletons,
Yeah.
that you could find a whole lot more than you normally would with a tool like this.
It's like the guy who found Gobekli Tepe in the 90s and dismissed it because he was like, oh, that's nothing. That's just this little thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he was there. He found it and just walked away from it.
And how many times did that happen?
Probably.
How many times did people just walk by it and go, oh, well, that's just I see this skeleton head over here. It's probably just some donkey or horse or something like that. But no, it's from 200 million years ago. And it's, the one of the things he said was there's a T-Rex called Stan. Have you heard about Stan?
No. Stan
is, I think, one of the most famous. And they thought it would sell for $1 million, maybe $3 million at the max. And then when they finally sold it, they sold it for $31 million.
Damn, dude. Damn.
So, yeah, you never know. But yeah, we could find a whole lot more stuff, and maybe it would find patterns between things, like, hey, these rock formations or this megalithic thing that they built in Peru, it's identical to, like, you'd be walking through the mountains here in Montana, right, and maybe find some megalithic thing and just go, some farmer built that.
Yeah.
And your glasses tell you, that looks like it's like 10,000 years old.
Yeah, you might
I
want
mean,
to take
might
another
wanna-
look at that, Heath.
You might want to tell somebody about that.
Yeah. That's it. That's where we're heading in the future. Fast VLM, Mobile Clip 2. They're going to enable us to do all of these stuff. It's going to make your phone a visual genius. Spotting objects, captioning videos, and keeping it all private just for you. So you don't have to share your T-Rex find with anybody.
And all optimized to save your battery, right?
Well, that's one of the issues too, though. One of the challenges is there's still a little bit of battery drain. So they're putting things in there to help. They're getting there. I mean, they're constantly, right, improving. Isn't that a name? Is there a name for that when you're like constantly improving something? Isn't that there a term? I don't know.
Iteratively? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm sure there is. I'm not sure what context what you're aiming at, though.
Me neither. So I don't know. So what's your take? Would you trust all this on your phone? Are you totally in for the iPhone 17? Do you think there's anything to be concerned about?
Well, transparency behind the back, I'm more than optimistic. I want it to become private.
Yeah.
But I have my, suspicions that nothing is as private as they say it is.
Yeah, that is a very good
But
point.
it's the world we live in.
Yeah.
You even if you want to not be concerned about the privacy, or you don't care about AI, you're still living in this time. So you have to participate.
You do. Yeah. I mean, you're free
Ignoring it is the opposite of smart.
It is. I agree. And you know what else is the opposite of smart? Not participating in the Eclectic AI Weekly poll.
That's the truth.
Eclectic AI Weekly poll.
It's time for this week's Eclectic AI Weekly Poll.
The Eclectic AI Weekly poll.
Find Eclectic Gentlemen on the X platform to answer this week's question.
The Eclectic AI Weekly poll.
Thanks for being a part of the Eclectic Gentlemen community.
Roll the poll. Go to the Eclectic Gentlemen X account on that link that's right down here and answer the question of the week. Last week, we talked all about the NFL and AI and how the NFL is integrating AI, and we got your opinion on that. And this week, we want to know just how excited you are about these on-device AI models and your opinion on whether this is going to get Apple back in the AI game or not. Remember, the Eclectic AI Weekly poll gets posted right along with each new episode, and you got 7 days. So hop on X, make it happen. And with that, I think it's time to call it a day on this episode of Eclectic AI Weekly. You can find us next week on the same channel when we discuss AI in urban planning. Think of an AI-equipped city and how AI is impacting city living for folks. You got anything else? You got any parting words?
Just a pondering upon what's going on with the whole Johnny Ives thing and OpenAI.
Yeah.
There's some people that are betting on OpenAI and Johnny Ives making something that eliminates the need for an iPhone.
Right.
I don't believe that that's going to be true, but it's an interesting thing to think about. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, you mean is it going to be, did they say it's not glasses?
Yeah, I think it's just like a dongle or something like that. I think there's going to have to be some sort of visual interface, but just imagine if you could get answers to things without having to carry around your brick and stare at a screen.
Yeah.
And then read the screen. I don't know how.
Maybe it's going to be like an earpiece, just like the one in Her.
An earpiece would be one way to interface it. Long-term wise, I think something like Neuralink is going to be the winner in all of this because, it can improve the cognitive interface in an order of magnitude.
Sometimes but you need the visual sometimes, you know what I mean?
Remember that old, it's old now. I remember when it first came out, that movie where they would put that squid on their head.
What movie is that?
Strange Days, I think it was.
I remember that.
Yeah. I think somehow, hopefully they'll be able to backwards engineer the way that you can communicate with the brain without having to saw into your skeleton and put probes directly in your brain.
I hope so. I mean, I would.
Would you sign up for a Neuralink?
I would probably pretty quickly sign
up. If it was a 10-minute sit down in a chair and now you can scroll your phone without touching it.
100%. I would go tomorrow and get that installed. Sooner the better. Let's do it. Make a guinea pig out of me.
Well, apparently this week they installed 2 more Neuralinks in people in Canada.
Really?
Yep.
So they're up to like a small handful of people now.
I think they're close to, if not at a half a dozen or more now.
That's pretty neat.
Yep. Giving people that haven't been able to do much of anything the ability to communicate. I mean, imagine if you were bedridden and also could not surf the internet.
All right.
What do? Not much.
Yeah, you just sit around and stare at the wall all day. That would suck.
Yeah.
Just being truly alone with your thoughts.
Yeah.
So at least now...
That could be dangerous.
Yeah. And now that you have Neuralink, you can open up your phone and look at
least you can play a game all day.
Yeah, look at pictures of Sydney Sweeney. Sounds perfect. All right. And with that, let's wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in to Eclectic AI Weekly. And remember, whether you're dealing with neural nets or quantum leaps, stay curious. AI's rewriting the future, one bite at a time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Eclectic AI Weekly. Join us next time for more in the world of technology and AI. Click the link in the description to like, follow, and subscribe.
Brought to you by Eclectic Gentlemen.